This is the back of my garage. It's our little tiny little home gym setup. And frankly, it's creepy and unmotivating to be in. Well, in today's video, we're on a mission to maximize and create the most efficient tiny home gym. And by the time we're done with it, it's gonna be a place that not only is a vibe, but you're actually gonna be motivated to work out in. Let's get into it. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Number one, this squat rack is a huge problem and it has to go. Instead, we're gonna pick ourselves up something that folds and stays on the wall. That way, when the squat rack's closed, you have the most efficient use of space down here below. So this is the squat rack here. Then, what we're gonna need to do is get ourselves some mirrors to see how our gains are looking. And I wanna do these giant panels going all the way to the top. Kind of gives you this kind of traditional home gym setup. What we'll do is we'll make everything backlit on it, so you have that cool accent lighting to it. For the back wall, we need to have something that has a vibe, right? So what we'll do here, and what we'll do is we'll create this accent wall that will be all kind of like turf on it. And we'll put some kind of motivational LED lights on in the middle of it that'll maybe say like courage and sweat to get your pump on. And then we'll add some backlighting to this as well, which will free up this squat rack, which will allow for us to bring, maybe put the rowing machine here. Well, that's not a color. It'll allow for us to maybe like put the rowing machine here, put our weights over there. And then at the end of the day, the most important part is free up all of this space. And on topic of creating a vibe, we'll put a lot of these wall panels all the way around this area that'll continue to really make this place look like something out of, I don't know, a magazine. That's the plan, and we're sticking to it. First things first, let's tear this down and get ourselves a blank canvas. What we are looking at here is $800. That's right, I said $800 of wall planking. Now, this is a really cool material. If you have not seen my golf simulator video, which is the other half of this garage, this is an MDF 3D louvered wall panel, and it's awesome. I love how modern it looks. It looks like white oak, which is so beautiful. Even Irina was like, that's damn nice. And I was like, it's also damn expensive. It's 15 bucks a stick. Available only at Home Depot so far, I found, but it is just gorgeous. And it installs really easy. I'll show you here in a second. Okay, installing these planks, super simple, and this is straight out of the instructions. I'm using a Loctite power grab. This stuff is awesome because the texture of it, it'll slap and hold it in place. You'll put a few brads just to let it cure, but it's pretty phenomenal. You gotta drizzle it. Then, because it's got almost like a tongue and groove kind of situation here, all you do is overlap it. It's like 1/4 inch here. And they only sell these in 8-foot sticks. So you're gonna have to kind of stagger them around. You know, short piece on top, long piece below, or vice versa. Smack that, oh. See what I'm saying? Look at that power grab just doing its thing, huh? We'll throw a few little nails just to hold it in place. Now, here's the kicker. These are pin nails. They are super duper duper tiny. They're like needles almost. But I don't really need a whole lot of grip just because my power grab is gonna do it. So these can kind of staple anywhere and you won't see the hole. However, if you don't have a pin nailer, which a lot of people don't, but they might have a brad nailer, no problem. You just wanna shoot those nails into this slot right here that will get covered by the next panel. That's all I'll tell you. Everything else, straight as she goes. What's great about building a home gym or even having a dedicated spot at home to work out is the accessibility. Now, the hard part is motivation. But I found something that helps, and that's Trainwell. It's a resource that I personally use, and they're the sponsor of today's video. Trainwell is the ultimate one-on-one remote personal training. It provides real human accountability and expert personalization, all through the convenience of an app.
Up first is 30 seconds of bent over swimmer. Press start to begin.
Starting a fitness habit could be very intimidating, especially when it's been a while. Between kids and work and all that stuff, it could be hard, but there's easier ways to approach it. With Trainwell, you'll be matched with a personal trainer that will set goals with you and create custom workout plans all through the convenience of an app. And if you're not happy with the personal trainer that you have, you could switch at any time, no questions asked. My personal trainer that I was matched with, his name is Nate, and he is awesome. He saw my goals, he created a plan, and one of the things that I love with working with him is he creates me a plan A, plan B, and plan C workouts for that day. So if I'm just not feeling that, not in the mood, maybe I woke up a little groggy, I'm able to do something that I'm a little more excited about, and he creates me a backup plan in case I'm traveling and I don't have equipment readily available. He got me covered. After using my Trainwell app, I've noticed a significant increase in both mobility and core strength. Both are super vital for working with the physical kind of jobs during the day with these home renovations and building all these cool things that we do here. One of my favorite features on the Trainwell app is the ability to replace the exercises that were made for me by my coach. So I can simply hit edit and then I can hit replace exercise. I'll scroll through, see what other kind of exercises that will work that muscle group will be beneficial for me, and we'll get right into it. And not to mention, now that I have this extra energy because I'm taking care of my health, I'm able to power through my long days far more effectively and efficiently and with a better attitude. Getting started is super easy. You just take a quick quiz. You'll be matched with a personal trainer based on your goals and your needs. You'll then sit down and get onboarded with your personal trainer. You'll actually talk to them through a video call. They'll go over the equipment you have access to, create a custom workout plan based off the equipment that you have and any kind of physical limitations you might have. Not to mention maybe exercise that you might not be excited about. They'll make this experience so much more fun for you. And on top of it, all the accountability you'll get. In fact, I just got a message from my trainer, Nate, today, where he said, "Hey, Alex, how's the start of this week going? Are you sore?" Getting started and taking care of your health could not be any easier. Click the link in the description below or simply scan this QR code and you'll be matched with a personal trainer and start your 14-day free trial pass with Trainwell. Now, let's get back to building this home gym. Let's go. Oh crap, I just forgot something. So this wall is gonna have a squat rack on it. And when we throw all these panels on, I'm not gonna be able to find the studs. I don't think I will because the MDF might give you like a fake reading. So I better mark some stuff out. I think what I'm gonna do is grab some blue tape. I can still get a bunch of it here, but I'm gonna try to mark some blue tape on the ground so there, if we need to mount something to the wall, and we will, we know where to find them studs. This is looking so freaking beautiful. I can only imagine how awesome it's gonna look with gym equipment bolted onto it. You know, like it's gonna look so sick. Now, we're still moving along. We're gonna do a wall here too. I'm not gonna cover this entire wall just because I'm gonna have this accent piece in the middle with the turf that I want and the LED signs. So there's really no point of spending all that money just to put that stuff behind there. So instead, I think what I'll do is I'll do a couple of feet here, a couple of feet in the bottom, top and bottom, and it'll create a little window for us to address the wall at our later time. That's more suitable to our scheduling. I'm gonna throw that up and then we'll do that wall as well. I'm scraping off all the Loctite. I had one extra panel. This is the hardest part of anything I ever build or design is I don't know like the size of scale of things. So because this is gonna be greenery and we'll adjust it later, I'm trying to set up the section right now. And what I'm kind of getting to a conclusion is that gapping all the way around is gonna be far better than just having like it even on the left and right hand side, but then a different number on top and bottom. So essentially I'm gonna have 3 panels this way. I'm gonna have 3 panels, well, the same distance is gonna come on top and on the bottom. And my ADD brain is gonna hit with this rush of dopamine that I'm gonna look at that and be like, that's symmetrical all the way around. And I'll be happy. We're like a week away from March and it's snowing. This is the first time we've had snow and it's way too late and it's way too cold. I'm getting ready to get into spring mode and I can't have this. But how awesome does this look? We got everything done. And by the way, I spend way too much money on these panels that I'm not proud to even talk about. But buy once, cry once, it's done, it's behind us. Here's what we're gonna do. This side is gonna have a mirror, actually 2 giant mirrors. They're ordered from Home Depot, but I want them to be backlit. That's why we got this out. This part, I already told you, we want our accent wall with greenery also backlit. We'll address in a second. Here's what we have to do. In order to accommodate all the electrical, all these outlets need to be recessed in. So I bought these little recess kits. I've never used them before. Maybe once, a different one. But essentially it's the same kit you would get for the recessed outlet for your TV, right? So you don't see the cables coming below. I'm gonna have to figure out how to break this off, cut into it, drop this in, therefore I can connect anything I need. So I'm gonna kill the power, get my work light on, and get to work. Hey, that came out really, really clean. Oh, I want to show you guys something actually on the subject of electrical. This is the Builder's Lodge. It's our private community, exclusive for the viewers of this channel. Here's the thing, I just created workshops that I put on the private community where anytime you see me doing things like electrical and you have questions, you're like, what's that? And that, another thing. I don't have time to address it all in the YouTube video just because everybody has a different skill set. However, I just created a tutorial, a workshop called Electrical 101 on the Builder's Lodge private community. Here's a QR code, scan it or click the link in the description. I'd love to see you guys there. There's so much more content, behind the scenes stuff, and you have direct access to me with project consultations, all the crazy fun stuff. I'll see you there. It's gonna be a hoot. Let's do one more side. So I need to create a frame here. I already bought the greenery. They're all connected. They're all showing up on Amazon tomorrow. So in the meantime, I need to create a box because they're all gonna tie into them. I'll show you. It's kind of interesting how they connect. But I'm gonna take 2x4s, lay them flat, and connect them around. Because I have studs running here, the top and bottom pieces are gonna be just fine. However, the verticals are gonna be not as secured, but I'll put pocket holes on top and bottom, and I think it should be just fine. I'll do the same thing on this side as well. So this one's gonna be a little bit different. I couldn't find one ginormous, like 6-foot piece of glass. Instead, Home Depot sells 36 inches by 72 inches. But what I did is I just bought 2 of them and it'll make a perfect thing round. So once it does show up, we'll put a piece down the middle and we'll be able to sandwich them together. And it won't look like one piece, but it'll act like a one piece. So let's see if this is enough clearance here. This is gonna be my power source for the lights. Boom, like that. And by the time the mirror goes on, that's perfectly concealed. And what we'll do is we'll take LED lights, wrap it around it, and I'll create that outer glow. This thing's gonna look so freaking sick. I'm so stoked about this. Let's go pick up the glass. Either a great day or an absolutely horrible day. One of the two. Can't be in the middle. And it all depends if this glass is broken.
Was that the one that was rattling?
Yeah, that's the one. I don't see any cracks. Oh, there is an aluminum channel in the back. That's what we're hearing. That's what I was hearing. That's interesting. I've never installed mirror on something like that. Hopefully they have traditional hardware too. Is that it? Nope, that's not traditional. Well, that sucks because I might need to go. I was banking on them having it, but I want those clips you have in the bathroom mirrors, you know, where they hide behind it. I don't know, we'll see. Let's just go bring it up, do all the test fits, and then figure out about it. But the good news is this one's not broken. Shout out to companies who are packing things like this. I would be terrified to start a mirror business and then knowing that all my products have broken along the delivery. That's good packaging. Uh-oh. Well, good news, bad news. Good news is all of our mirrors are safe in transport. Bad news is we have way too much overhang right here. And that's a two-parter issue. One, anybody can really ding that sucker really quickly and that'll break. Two, by the time we wrap our LEDs around here, this won't have as much of a glow as I'd be looking for to see from on top and bottom, because we have about an inch gap on top and the bottom. What I'm gonna need to do, add another piece of 2x4 on each side. That should get us pretty dang close. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of this board paneling in order to fit those to be on the same plane. Not how I want to start my Monday, but it is what it is. Hey, that's kind of reassuring. I was worried that if push comes to shove one day, somebody will need to remove these panels and it'll be a huge drywall mess, but it's not bad at all. It's literally just taking a little bit of that mud on top and the paper's still there. It's a pretty surprise to me, folks. Oh, where did that come from? Can't turn your back on this, man. That could have, man, if that hit me in my head, I wouldn't be able to roll my R's like I do today. Be honest, Kyle, did you see that coming and you didn't say anything?
Just for the plot of the video.
So nothing of you went like, no, don't. Dude, I thought you watched my 6, man. Can't trust anybody here. All right, so our new measurement is 67.5 and 72 is total, which is gonna give us like what, like 2 inches on each side, something like that, which will be just fine. Got my cable going through here. These are LEDs that I use. I use them on so many projects. Golf Simulator, Beckham's Bed. If you haven't seen all those videos, go check them out. But what I like is how uniform the lighting is. You don't have individual LEDs. You have a nice little strip there, perfect glow, and it already has a connector here. So you already have my 24 volt power here. I think it's limited to like 3 or 5 amps. And we just plug it in as we do here. Woo! Look at that. Look how even that color is. It looks like Tron, right? So, and you can still cut it, by the way. So what we're gonna do now is just wrap it all the way around. Once secured, we'll start getting our hardware to see how these mirrors are gonna go on. Okay, so this is mounting time. I'm not happy with this hardware at all. We'll have to figure out a way how to make it work. The bottom part is kind of easy and simple. We can just screw it in like that and sit it in. We're gonna put adhesive on this, which is great. It's gonna have added support. However, the top, I don't know how to secure it because I built this to have overhang. But what I think I might just end up doing is by the time we get to the top, we might just screw it in at the side. So basically there'll be a gap in there. This will hold it from flipping over until the glue dries. Once the glue dries, we don't need the stuff up there. We don't need no freaking brackets. Wish me luck. I figured out a way how to mount the bottom. However, by the time the second piece of glass goes on there, I don't have anything holding in place because this channel is one long piece. What I've come up with is utilizing the power grab, Loctite, and this stuff really holds it in place. So hopefully I smother enough of it that by the time I push the mirrors in, they'll give me some time to, keep them from falling over. I could secure the top piece. I think it'll be fine, to be honest with you. This power grab Loctite stuff works pretty dang good until it doesn't. We found a solution, and it's a workable solution. I'm pretty happy with it. Got little spacer blocks on the back over there. It's just a little 1x material. It's working perfectly. I have this taped together just to make sure the seams don't separate apart from each other, making it look like one mirror. I think it should be ready tomorrow. But I love the glow. Check this out. If we were turning these lights off, dude, how freaking sick is that? These shadows are kind of bothering me with the blocks there, but I might just, when everything dries, I might just take them off. I don't know, I might be crazy that way, but we'll see. Irena's gonna lose her mind about this. She doesn't know I'm doing this. This is gonna be sick. Now that this is done, let's start working on this backdrop. What we have here are, I don't know what they call it, evergreen wall panels or something. Literally the first time I've ever worked with this stuff. And I don't know, kind of looking forward to it. It's also very intimidating. There's so many choices. And I got this on Amazon, by the way. There's so many choices that you're like, it looks great on pictures, but what is it gonna look like in real life? The good news is Irena saw this in the box and she was like, oh, I like the greenery. So maybe I chose the right stuff, we'll see. So this stuff, it's folded in, but then you can brush it off like that. They also said if you lay it in the sun, it also starts standing up and get all bushy on us. Grid in the back, they have all these little hooks that kind of connect together like a puzzle piece. All of this greenery looks like it's interchangeable. So if you don't like too much of them and you want to introduce some more, I guess you can. But the idea here is to start working on these panels. I think the edge here, I'm gonna staple it in like that, because I want there to be a little bit of backing to hide all of our wires, the module for the LEDs. And I mean, I don't know, it looks simple enough. How hard could this be? We'll find out in a second. Everything's going pretty smoothly. Kind of surprised, kind of therapeutic, I'll be honest with you. All of these things just kind of connect together like a puzzle piece. I did just discover that by you doing this to each individual one before you hang them up, raises and kind of de-stomps it, if you will. That's not a real word, I just made it up. And also on the edges, when you secure it, I was using my automated stapler gun that's supposed to shoot like Romex and stuff, and it's not bulky, but it has this little extra plastic piece. It's an absolute juggernaut when it comes to installing any kind of nails. However, it's hard to see, so I keep missing it one side or the other side because of, there's not a whole lot of room. So instead, I just used the old manual ways. The same staples, just pound them through this gridlock there, and it works great. This is my last piece of my first bundle. I bought 2 bundles. Altogether, it's like $300. It's a lot. Hopefully I have enough. I can cut that off, move it over there. But fingers crossed. But we all know, I screw up on these orders sometimes. This looks freaking awesome. I think I'm gonna find more projects to do this, specifically outside. I love this. It's a nice touch, it really is. I got everything put in place, and thank God I had enough panels. This is wonderful. Because I have everything in place, I'm gonna take apart the middle, probably find where my outlet is. First thing I'm gonna do is run the LEDs on the outskirts, and then we'll try to kind of figure out how to tuck all the LED stuff for the signage here. You gotta assemble it before you can disassemble it. Come on. I don't know what happened. I got everything in place and this thing fired up. It really, truly did work. And then I secured my cables in place here, and then it stopped working. Fortunately, and well, unfortunately, I've been already stuck here for about 45 minutes, 30 minutes. But the nice thing is we just got this little bit working. It looks like I got somehow some of these wires jumbled. Maybe there's a small short, but that is a very hopeful thing. At this point now, we got to connect maybe like 7 more cables and hopefully the rest of it will show up here. Not a good day for setbacks like this. You know, it's crazy. So what I'm doing is just touching these wires and it's creating a small little voltage in there and it's adjusting what this little module is supposed to do. So now none of them turns on. I had some of them on, and then the whole thing was turned on but a different color, and then as soon as I unplugged it and replugged it, then nothing was working anymore. It's like a ghost is living this stupid thing. I don't know, man. My mind is blown right now. This is so freaking annoying. It'll turn on, it'll turn off, it'll turn on, I don't know what's going on. I think I need to get some momentum going today, get some work done, and then troubleshoot this. So let's throw a border around this thing, and then we'll start bringing some of the equipment to start doing a little organizing. We're gonna try to do this all in one big shot. Anytime you do miter frames, they don't work well when you do each piece by itself. So if you attach it all together, sometimes it goes a little bit better. However, they didn't have 10-foot boards in the Select Pine, so I had to get whatever they had, and it's not pretty. So, in an effort to save room, this box is falling apart. We got rid of our squat rack, sold on Facebook Marketplace for a killer deal. Whoever you are, in case you watch this channel, enjoy the squat rack. You got a crazy discount. And instead, I did some research and I found online the most budget-friendly, foldable, adjustable squat rack. So we could save space. It doesn't have to stick out like a sore thumb by like 4 feet. I think this one only sticks out by like 20 inches. Oh my God, I'm out of breath. And it's got cables on it. So, not sponsored or anything. If it looks good, if it works well, I'll link in the description. You guys check it out for yourself. Let me get the rest of the box and we'll try to install it here. And just like that, we got this thing finally put together. It stows away really nicely. Look how snug it gets to the wall. And it's not only just the cable machine, but also has attachments so you can put your squat rack on there and all that fun stuff. Really cool. I'll link in the Amazon link down below. And of course, it took a lot longer than expected to assemble. Ah, shit. This is gonna take a while. Connect upper connection frame to, which one's which? Of course. M10. Oh, okay. Right upper rod gets connected to up 2 M10 washers and then the nut.
Eight, 8.
Of course we're gonna forget it. Oh my God, I gotta flip these backwards. And good news, I got the LEDs to work. Now, they don't change colors because I messed something up, but I got them to work nonetheless. Now, let's get some more space-saving gym equipment up in here. So, I got rid of all my miscellaneous sets of dumbbells, just because they're always laying on the floor. And my buddy gave me his old set of these adjustable dumbbells, which are super awesome. However, I don't want them to be on the floor, so I got just a solution for it. I found a fancy rack to keep them off the ground. Oh, this is perfect. Now, the advertisement had straps. I didn't see any straps in the box. Maybe it's just false advertisement. Thanks a lot, Amazon. But let's get some more equipment in here. So, we have our weights, plates, and our Olympic bar. And instead of getting a separate rack for the weights, I found a cool solution that'll make it look slick and space-saving. So I found on Amazon, sells these wall-mounted plate carriers, and I think they have like a ridiculous amount of ratings for them. Like, I wanna say like 200 pounds, I think. Don't quote me, I gotta look at specifications. But it's enough to keep even 245 plates just on it. So I think what we're gonna do is kind of have like a 1, 2, 3. And for the bar, I found this Olympic bar plate holder that goes like that, and then you can vertically mount it like that. It'll be out of the way, and it'll kind of look cool, to be honest with you. Like wall art, but for your garage. Perfection, absolute perfection. All right, I'm gonna get just a few more things in here and I'll give you guys the full reveal. Guys, this thing turned out absolutely incredible. It's functional, it's efficient, it's got a vibe, and most importantly, it makes me want to actually work out. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna start getting a great workout in, and in the meantime, here's a video I think you might enjoy.